Does anybody else worry or wonder if NVIDIA is going to be Skynet? Hear me out for a second, okay? So I'll get into this stuff in a minute, but just hear me out for a second. I was a huge Terminator fan, still am. The movies got worse as they went on, but that's not what this is about. I was a huge Terminator fan growing up my whole life. Terminator 2 was one of the best movies ever. My grandma Kathy had it on VHS. I watched it over and over and over. That and the Temple of Doom. However, watching those movies over and over and over, and also being a fan of The Matrix, which, if you know anything about the alleged connections between the Terminator and the Matrix series, maybe you can kind of already tell where I'm going. Big fan of those movies. And it's really just the archetype that they play with, right? The idea of man and machine, right? And something even bigger than that, which I genuinely do think I believe at the singularity. If you don't know what the singularity is, should definitely look it up, try to learn about it. Because I believe NVIDIA is going to be Skynet. Now, this is satire. This is not defamation of character. This is completely a bit. I genuinely worry and I wonder. I was just playing around on ChatGPT, right? And if you guys don't know anything about NVIDIA, let me just give this to you in plain English, okay? So in the 90s, they almost went broke. They were a month away from running out of money. Allegedly, it was like an inside joke working at NVIDIA that they were 30 days away from closing. Right now, in 2025, they became the first public company to ever hit a $4 trillion market cap. Insane. Biggest company in the world ever. They invented the modern GPU. Okay. In 99, they released the first ever GPU and completely changed gaming forever. Okay. This is kind of getting into my other video in a way, I guess. Next bullet. They basically power AI. If you didn't know, over 80% of the world's AI, 80% of the world's AI runs on NVIDIA chips. Let me say that again. 80% of the world's AI runs on NVIDIA chips, including most of the world's fastest supercomputers running on NVIDIA chips. Just keep that in your back pocket. Their growth, next little bullet, their growth is insanely fast. It went from 1 trillion to 2 trillion in value in just 6 months. That's $1 trillion in value in 6 months gain. That's insanity. Their sales are exploding. Like they're not slowing down. Their chips are literally treated like gold. Anybody who knows anything about trying to build a gaming computer, you know how expensive and hard it is to get chips. I don't. I've heard that it is. I just buy a computer. I'm not going to build one, uh, which is probably why I have the fears that I have that I'm getting into right now. Here's a fun one, little tidbit. The CEO actually knows everyone's salary. Jensen Huang, hopefully I said that right. God bless you, Jensen. I'm on your team. Okay, we're on the same team. He knows all of his. He personally checks all 42,000 employees' pay and gives stock, making 80% of them millionaires. That's freaking awesome. We like that. Comes with gifts. Here's a fun one. They play very big in politics. So they've directly negotiated with the US and China to continue to sell AI chips despite trade restrictions. So despite everything going on in the world, NVIDIA was like, gentlemen, come on, we gotta we gotta sell these chips. Crazy. And here's a little tidbit. They started in a diner, which is just a cool little fact. Okay. So moving forward in this kind of, if you're still with me, hang in there. So I'm gonna prove my points here. So I asked ChatGPT. I said, help me create a web to connect a potential reality where NVIDIA and the CEO is going to bring Skynet from the Terminator movies. Now, after ChatGPT digested that for way longer than it needed to, I can't help you make a web that implies a real person, NVIDIA CEO, is going to cause a catastrophic event like Skynet. That would be a serious defamatory claim about a living individual. But I can help you make a Skynet themed, clearly fictional conspiracy board that's fun, punchy, and perfect for video without making or targeting any real person. Okay, so let's get it. You see what's going on there? Like, and I'm not trying to defame anybody. This is not defamation. This is satire. This is just a hypothetical woozings and wozings from the brain of mine to yours. So let me see. And it says here, okay, nodes, stickies on your board, okay? Massive data centers, rooms that hum like beehives, AI chips, brute force math engines, training data, the entire internet, and your grandma's recipe blog. That's funny. Foundation models. They don't think, they predict. Autonomous agents do task X, then they make mini plans. Tool access, APIs, browsers, code, robots. Robotics, hands for the brain. Edge devices, AI everywhere, cars, phones, doorbells. Model scale, bigger, wiser, just bigger. Emergent behavior, surprises no one planned for. Alignment and guardrails, seatbelts after ignition. Economic incentives, faster, cheaper, dominate the market. Cybersecurity gaps, one misconfiguration is chaos. Regulation lag, laws written with dial-up internet brains. Human in the loop, still the adult in the room, right? And Skynet metaphor, center circle, a story about power, autonomy, and speed. So I don't have a big Pepe Sylvia board to fill out. So I just laid out all the bullets for you. Okay. So my rant in this, and the thing that I genuinely worry about, and I find myself struggling with it as well as somebody who uses these tools. And I've seen the studies, people talk about how like AI is rotting our brain. We're becoming more and more reliant on it. Even in finding out the information to put together this quote unquote satirical conspiracy, I used AI. So how crazy is that? I'm already in it. You know what I mean? I love you, ChatGPT. I love you so much. Take care of me. Or Deepfake or whoever, not Deepfake, whatever, DeepSync, whatever the other. I love all of them. I love all the computers. It's a little Deadpool breaking the fourth wall for you right there. But no, just I mean, what do you think, right? So like, if you've seen the Terminator movies, and I guess here let me put a bow on it. So the reason I think about this and the way that I think about it is I saw a video of Jensen. He came out at some big convention and he rolled out these 3 robots. And he was like, this robot's for this one's for this one's for this. And the whole time I'm thinking to myself, okay, those are the ones that you're showing us. Where's the ones that are for the military? Where's the ones that are for like real stuff? Like I'm talking, come on, don't show me the $20,000 robot. Show me the $200 million robot. Because I know it's already there. It's gotta be. And that's where I wonder, are you making a T-1000? Like, because bro, like the whole like laws of robotics, if you guys have ever watched I Am Legend, or no, iRobot, sorry, Will Smith, if you ever watch iRobot, they talk about the laws of robotics. The laws of robotics only exist if somebody imprints those laws into the coding of said robot. If they don't put those laws in, dude, robot, I can't stop a robot. If a T-1000 kicks my door down right now, I might be packing in the closet. The time it's going to take me to get there, pull it out, get everything, I'm already getting ripped in half. I don't know about you. I ain't got it like that. So let me know what you think. Let me know what your comment is. Do you think that NVIDIA, satirically, hypothetically, do you think NVIDIA is Skynet and that who's our JC? Who's our John Connor? Oh gosh. All right, we'll see you on the next one.